Okay, so I decided to make a second part for the questions video because I think it's important for you to also see what this looks like from the student side, how they turn it in, and then what work looks like once it is turned in. So this is my teacher classroom page, and I can see that the questions posted here and that it's now showing up under upcoming work because I added a due date. If there was no due date, then students would not see anything over here. So it might help to add a due date so that they know that they have to do it. It's just a good reminder. You can always change and extend the due date later if needed. So I want to move over to the classroom page that a student would see, and it would look really, really similar. They would see that you posted a question and that it's upcoming in the due date. So when they click on the question that's posted, I had to get rid of that message first. It was updated. When they click on that question, they get a page that looks like this. They get the question, who it was posted by and when it's due, the directions, please review the attached list before submitting. They can see the PDF, open it, scroll, and X out as needed. They can even print it if they need and if they have access to the printer. Under class comments, these are not responses to the question. This is just comments that the kids can post, clarification, talking to each other, but it's not answering the question and it is not what is graded or checked or assigned. Over here, this box is where the students submit their answer. And it's pretty clear. Type in your answer and turn in. They can also see that it was assigned and that this little eye shows them classmates can see their responses. So that might be important for them to know. And for some kids, it might affect how they answer your questions. But they can type their answer here. I would use questions for brainstorming. They also have the option under private comments to send you, the teacher, a message that their classmates wouldn't see. And this might be something like, I am not sure I did this right, something a kid would send you. And by sending that little arrow, that would send you the private message. And turn it in, I'm going to turn in this response. Since I chose the option that they cannot edit their answers, they're given that notification when they try to submit. So they have one more prompting that they can't make changes after they submit, and then they turn it in. Once it's turned in, they can see their classmates' answers, and they can reply to other classmates. On your page now, you can go to classwork up at the top, click on the question, and you see that one student turned it in and one has it assigned still. And this would look different depending on the number of students in your class, but it's a good way to monitor progress and how everyone's doing. To see answers, I click on view question. And again, my stats for who turned it in, who didn't, and then down underneath here would list all the responses from the students and the replies and give you the option to reply. You can see who turned it in and who did not. Underneath their name is where private messages are going to appear. So one of the options you have is, as the teacher, you can return an assignment. And this is a good way for students to know that you checked it and a good way for you to give them feedback. So you might reply something like, that's a great use. What would you brainstorm? Just letting them know that you saw it, letting them know that you're thinking about it, like you would give feedback in a regular classroom, and then return the work to the student. And you get the little check mark that it's returned, and you don't have options to return it anymore. Then if you went back to the student page, you can see that the teacher replied. When the teacher replied and it shows up there, you can have a conversation as needed. So I think it's helpful for you to see what the students are going to be doing, and this way, if they have questions, you can help steer them in the right direction. So again, let me know if you have any questions about using questions, and I hope this video helped. I'll see you again.